What's up, everybody, to another Sunday social hour / podcast, whatever you want to call it, Dylan. We have fun here. But with me here, as always, is Dylan, and now becoming a regular, Ike. How's it going, Ike?
Hey.
I asked you, how's it going? And you say, hey, come on, man. A little bit more than that.
But
before we get into,
man, don't be surprised.
I know. Well, before we jump into it, I want to blow through these injuries real quick because I know we ran a little started a little late here. So for the Cowboys, Ezekiel Elliott is officially ruled out. Tony Pollard season, guys. Dalton Schultz is officially questionable, but I've been seeing he's going to be playing for the most part. James Conner obviously ruled out against the Vikings this week. Darrell Williams is questionable, so you're going to have to pay attention to that. Keep Eno Benjamin on locked and loaded for that one. Jalen Waddle and Raheem Mostert showed up on the injury report this week, but looks like as a practice shows they both will be active today. Amon-Ra St. Brown, because of the concussion last week, was out, but he is supposed to be making his I wouldn't say debut, but debut since the bye week and this injury. DeAndre Swift is good to go as well.
It's good news for the Lions offense as a whole, man. Hopefully they
really that's the biggest news for him. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Thankfully, I mean, right now I'm not seeing too much. We got Pat Freiermuth, saw some limited work this week, but he doesn't carry any designation going into the game. You had Devontae Adams, who was showing the flu-like symptoms. Josh McDaniels said he's going to be a go. Darren Waller was the big one, was ruled out with the hamstring injury. Josh Jacobs, who showed up questionable this week, he should be a good to go. And same with Hunter Renfrow. Michael Thomas obviously ruled out. Kind of sucks for him. Jarvis Landry also ruled out. And then Jameis Winston being benched, even though he's healthy, for Andy Dalton. So, I mean, Andy Dalton, great streaming option this week, and I can't wait for that six-pack from Mike.
Yeah.
I can't wait for the 12.
Then we have Chuba Hubbard, who was ruled out this week for the Panthers. So Deontay Foreman's a go. Caleb Huntley's also a go for the Falcons. That one's kind of a surprise with the illness. But Ryan Tannehill, the big news for the Titans. He was ruled out against Texans. Malik Willis is going to make his NFL starting debut. It's a good matchup, but we all know Derrick Henry's probably going to eat there. Brandon Cooks, he popped up on the injury report late with the wrist, but should be good to go. Nico Collins, though, was ruled out.
White.
And then Deebo Samuel, the big news, is ruled out with the hamstring this week. So it looks like CMC is going to get even more of a workload. Maybe Ayuk and Kittle as well. Cam Akers still remains out with personal reasons. Darrell Henderson should be a go. He was on the injury report with the illness. And then Van Jefferson looking to make his season debut, finally coming off the IR. That honestly should be a just good for the whole of the Rams.
Another good thing. Yeah, good stuff.
Yeah,
get in the van.
Yep, get in the van.
Get in the van.
And then for the Commanders Colts game, I mean, he is injured. Matt Ryan, we all know this, but Sam Ehlinger going to make his debut, first NFL start. Hopefully he throws it to Michael Pittman a little bit more.
Curious to see what I'm curious to see what he does, man, because everything I've read seems to suggest that he's going to run quite often. So I wonder if that takes a toll on Michael Pittman. We've seen a recent emergence from Paris Campbell, stuff like that. So I'm curious to see how this offense works. Maybe it's better as a whole, man, with Ehlinger because he has that running threat.
My hope here is that he's smart enough to check it down so we get all our PPR value there. But the big thing here that we were really missing with Matt Ryan is he would never throw deep. He was Big Ben of last year.
This isn't Ehlinger's game either, so.
But he has the ability to at least throw it more than 20 yards down the field. That's my point. So
sure, at least his arm isn't cooked.
Maybe he tries. I'm not sure if he does, though. But moving on here to the next game for the Giants and the Seattle Seahawks. Daniel Bellinger, kind of the emerging tight end for the Giants. He is ruled out for with that eye injury. And then you do have Travis Homer being activated from the IR for the Seattle Seahawks. Tyler Lockett and DK Metcalf, both are game time decisions, but both are expected to play. The most I'm surprised about is DK here. I'll be honest with you. I'm benching DK in some of my leagues because I'm thinking there's a decoy effect here. And then Green Bay against Buffalo, you got Randall Cobb was ruled out a while ago. Alan Lazard, the big news being out, so it's going to be Sammy Watkins, Christian Watkins, questionable going into this game. And then there's nobody for the Bills. And then other than that, Jamar Chase ruled out with the hip, 4 to 6 weeks. Big boost to Boyd, Higgins, and Mixon. And then David Njoku has been officially ruled out for this week for the Browns. Other than that, that looks like about it. So Harrison Bryant looks like
Harrison Bryant season. Yes, let's go, man.
I mean,
I'm actually started him
for a couple games. For a couple games, Njoku's not out the whole season. That's the only thing.
I don't blame you. Yep.
But that wraps up the injuries for now until we get more updates.
We do got a game going on too, guys. Mike, you failed to mention the 14-10 barn burner we got over in London, and you're muted and you're trying to talk. But so far, so good for Travis Etienne
because I can't watch it.
So far, so good from the backfield being Travis Etienne's, huh? Like,
yeah, he actually looks really good.
Yeah, he's averaging over 7 yards per carry, 122 yards on the ground, and he has 17 PPR points already, guys. And there's 30 seconds left in the third quarter, so that is great to see.
Looks like Christian Kirk seems to be taking the biggest hit from the Etienne breakout.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's kind of quiet, man, but we've been kind of seeing it trending that way. But we do have a live question here from Blake. What's up, man? We appreciate the question. Jimmy G, Justin Fields, or Malik Willis, who should I start this week?
Oh, boy.
Man, if you didn't have two rushing quarterbacks, I'd probably tell you Jimmy G because you got a good not a great matchup, but a decent matchup. But Justin Fields playing the not the Cowboys. That scares me because their pressure rate is a lot higher than the Patriots, so they could get to Fields a little bit quicker. But, man, do you want to take the risk on Malik Willis in his first NFL start throwing to Robert Woods and who else?
I'm not sure, but he's probably going to run a whole shit ton.
Yeah,
that's my thing. We did get an update today saying that the Bears do plan on keeping those designed runs with Justin Fields in the system moving forward. So that's good to hear.
God. With that, I probably lean Fields then.
I think I do as well. But I get the question, and it's a kind of jumbled up there.
I mean, Fields and Willis are the same players, in my opinion. One just has more NFL games under his belt.
Yeah, Fields has proven it a little bit, especially the last 3 weeks being a top 10 quarterback in fantasy
Malik
football.
Willis gets 80 rushing yards like last week. Wouldn't surprise me, like Fields. But if the Bears are coming out and saying that they're going to keep those designed runs, then I lean Fields a little bit more because we know Fields, as of now, is a better NFL passer than Malik Willis.
Yeah, man, he had 12 designed runs on Monday night, which is you just love to see.
And Jimmy
it
G
from
just doesn't give you that floor.
Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah. I mean, we could see checked out City to him and CMC today, with CMC being acclimated more into the lineup. But yeah, I still lean Justin Fields. I think that's all where we went, right?
Yeah.
Sure. Got a couple more questions, guys. From Josh Went. Donovan Peoples-Jones or Deontay Johnson?
Deontay.
Against the Eagles.
That's the thing, man. And he's getting the targets, but he's just kind of been all year.
I can't trust the other guy.
He has been seeing volume, man. DPJ, he has been seeing volume. No Njoku this week too.
It's on Monday night, though. I don't like that.
It is on Monday night.
I don't like that for DPJ.
I actually went DPJ here, to be honest with you.
I still lean Deontay Johnson. He's still getting more targets than DPJ. You're right. DPJ probably has the higher ceiling in this situation, but I still think Deontay Johnson's just safer. You can't discredit his target volume.
Yeah, 10 last week, didn't he?
Yeah,
he had 10, 7, 13. Like, he had 1 week out of 7 where we had 4 targets. Other than that, he's had 5 weeks of double-digit targets. Like, you can't beat that volume unless you're Devontae Adams or, the top tier guys. So I know it's not the greatest matchup, but you're still basing it on volume.
Mm-hmm. And then with James Conner being out again, guys, that slides Eno Benjamin into being
You still got Darrell Williams to worry about there.
Game time decision, right? Have they activated him?
Decision. It's not official yet. I haven't gotten the update for Daryl, but that is the one thing I'd be worried about with Eno, because last week they didn't have Daryl. It was just Eno. That's why
I mean, Keontae Ingram, they worked him in as well, and he actually looked like a solid player. So I wonder if it's a three-headed monster, now it's going to be a nightmare, man.
Yeah.
But do we have Eno or Algier here? Which committee do you like better?
I think I like Algier.
See, I'm the opposite. I think I like Eno today. I be the split here, and then
I'm going Eno. He's more involved in the passing game.
So
it's because Atlanta doesn't have a passing game.
This is true, but Atlanta plays the Panthers, I believe, correct?
They do.
Yes,
Battle of the top of the AFC or the NFC South, man.
Panthers allow, they are middle of the pack when it comes to running back, 22.7 points a game. But man, you can throw on the Panthers, but this is the thing we're making a joke about. They don't throw. So I think that this is just going to be a running fest. And I think Tyler Algier has a little bit of a safer floor, in my opinion, than Eno. But if Darrell Henderson's out, it's Eno. That's the thing. If Henderson's in, it's
Williams. You mean Darrell Williams?
Yeah, that's what I meant. Darrell Williams. Sorry.
Sure.
If Darrell Williams is in, it's the other dude. But if he's out, it's Eno. I can't remember the guy's name.
Next question here. We got Wan'Dale Robinson, Curtis Samuel, Eno Benjamin again. Start 2, full PPR. Wan'Dale, Curtis Samuel, Eno Benjamin.
Wan'Dale is for sure one.
And it's Eno for me.
That's what. Yeah.
I think it's it's all dependent on Daryl for me. I lean Wan'Dale.
I think
Daryl's such a big name.
I think Daryl's just the guy, and I think no, he's not. I think Keontae Ingram might have taken over.
They went out in the offseason and paid Darrell Williams money to come out and be the backup. They did not want Eno Benjamin to be the backup.
But then he got hurt.
Keontae Ingram to be
and then they
the backup.
Keontae and Eno actually look better than him. So
yeah, agreed. And they're younger too.
So just because they're younger, Darrell Williams has pass pro ability. Does Eno and
pro abilities?
Yeah, does Eno and Keontae have that? No, because Kyler's running around for his goddamn life.
Kyler always does.
Yeah,
this is fair. I'm taking advantage of that situation.
You're being silly here, man.
You're silly, but go on.
Next one we got from Craig Sherwood. PPR, who to start? Jonathan Taylor, Tyler Boyd, Raheem Mostert, Amon-Ra St. Brown, or Chris Olave. We're picking 3 guys. Jonathan Boyd, Taylor, Mostert, Brown, Olave.
You're playing Olave.
You're playing Jonathan Taylor.
You're playing Mostert against the Lions.
Yeah.
I actually went Jonathan Taylor, Tyler Boyd, and St. Brown because Cleveland's not good against the pass either, man. And with Jamar Chase going down, Tyler Boyd's going to see more work. Jonathan Taylor is the obvious one here for me. And then I'm starting Amon-Ra. You guys said Olave over St. Brown?
No, I said
I like Olave over
Jonathan Taylor. For sure. That's all I said, actually.
Mike, I just feel like that's honestly just recency bias because Amon-Ra can't stay on the field. But last week,
it's not just that. It's also the fact that Michael Thomas and Jarvis Landry have both been ruled out. All right. The Raiders allow the most points to quarterbacks. All right. If you're allowing the most points to quarterbacks, who are quarterbacks throwing to? Running backs, wide receivers.
Yeah, but Andy Dalton's going to suck this week. So.
Yeah. Why? Because we have a bet on it?
Yes.
Just because we have a bet on it, he's not going to suck. So I do lean Olave a little bit more than Amon-Ra. Just
Brown.
because.
Here's the thing. And you're going Mostert over St. Brown. That's crazy too.
He got knocked out after the new concussion rules, and he was knocked out for the entire game. I'm not basing it off of that, but
he passed the concussion test though.
But I have a feeling that's going to be happening a lot because of these new rules.
You can't bank that on that. You can't just put that on Amon-Ra St. Brown because it happened to him.
So somebody gets clocked and they lose their breath and they get up and they stumble.
Happen to everybody.
They're going to be ruled out just because they stumbled. That's my problem. But
that could happen to anybody, not just Amon-Ra St. Brown.
I know that. but I also just told you I like the matchup better for Olave.
What about Mostert? Because you said I get
They
it
play
that
the Lions,
matchup,
the
like,
six most rushing yards allowed to running backs. I mean,
I get it, but it's Amon-Ra St. Brown. He's a wide receiver 1 when he starts, man, and he finishes the game.
he plays the
That's
Dolphins.
my point. I tried to. They allow a shit ton of receiving work too. The most in the NFL, I'm pretty sure.
No, it's not the most. It's not the most. Let me look. That's the Falcons.
So at
Falcons,
least we got Jonathan Taylor
Falcons.
Yeah,
Falcons,
that's what
Ravens,
I mean.
Chiefs, Steelers, Cardinals, then the Dolphins.
Oh,
You also got to realize the Dolphins have been playing without Xavier Howard. Like, I believe they get him back this week.
No, he's been playing.
I mean, he has been
for him. He's
injured.
just giving people STDs.
Oh yeah.
All
Yeah,
right.
that's just wild. I'm wilding out here that you have Mostert over St. Brown. That kind of boggles my mind a little bit. But we can move on to.
You know how I feel about RBs, though, man.
But it's St. Brown.
Yeah, but they also have Swift
The
back
sun
too.
god.
Like, why do you think? I know,
sun god, man.
I know.
Sun god.
Congratulations, it's the Sun God. They also got DeAndre Swift back. We told that's going to be a big boost for them. Like, I think Swift will be more involved than Amon-Ra. Don't you agree?
No.
You think Amon-Ra is going to be involved more than DeAndre Swift?
I mean,
Well,
the dude does see like 10 targets every time he's healthy.
DeAndre Swift sees 10 rushing
is
attempts
running
at
back.
least
Yeah,
and 5 targets.
I agree, but that's not what we're arguing here. We've seen these two on the field together. We've seen Amon-Ra finish as a wide receiver 1 multiple times this season with Swift in the lineup the first few weeks. That's my point.
Because Swift's been banged up. He hasn't been healthy. That's the point. Like, Swift is supposed to be finally healthy. Like, week 1 was the last time Swift was healthy.
Okay. Mostert over Amon-Ra. Crazy. Standard scoring, flex, Stevenson, Miles Sanders, or Olave.
Stevenson.
Yeah, that's where I went as well.
It's between him and Sanders. Sanders don't get passing work, so yeah, Stevenson.
It's standard scoring, so it's not huge on the passing volume, but
still get more points though for the receiving work that you can get.
Yards wise, yeah.
Yeah. We got next one: Eno Benjamin or Devin Singletary.
Eno Benjamin or Devin Singletary.
Yeah.
That's in my opinion, like I said, that's dependent on Darrell Williams. If Darrell Williams, because I keep getting him messed up with Henderson. If Darrell Williams is active, it's Singletary. If he's not, it's Eno.
I think I'm going to lead Singletary either way here, just to get a piece of that Bills offense. And the Packers aren't good against running backs either, so I actually lean Singletary here myself. We got a live question, guys. This is a good one with Tyler Boyd probably seeing more around with Jamar Chase being out. Devonta Smith or Tyler Boyd full PPR?
I lean Devonta Smith.
Tyler Boyd.
I lean Boyd here as well. Mike, why do you lean Devonta Smith a little bit?
Steelers allow 1,928 passing yards, which is the 4th most out of anybody. And then
you could have just said 4th most. You didn't have to say 1,900 yards.
Well, I mean, let's go compare it to the Browns, who the Bengals play this week, which is 500 yards less at 1,470.
Hell yeah,
that's a big fucking difference. So yeah, I'm gonna say that. So yeah, it's Devonta Smith over Tyler Boyd.
Still going Tyler Boyd.
All right, I got stats to back it up.
But I'm still going Tyler Boyd.
Same. And Mike, going back to the Amon-Ra St. Brown thing, the 3 games that Swift has played this season, he's seen 12, 12, and 9 targets. And
with
finished
Swift?
with Swift. It finished as wide receiver 3 1 week.
I told you my argument was Swift being healthy. Swift hasn't been healthy since week 1. That was my argument.
And Amon-Ra caught 8 passes for 64 yards and a touchdown that week.
In week 1? So he only caught 8?
Of 12 targets, yep.
And they were also down the whole time to the Eagles? Yep, okay. So game script benefited them.
I can see that happening again against Miami today.
Yes.
Okay.
What do we got going on here? We got Terry McLaurin, Devonta Smith, or Amari Cooper.
I just
pick
think you're a little
two
too high
wide
on
receivers.
the Lions offense. I mean, they've been stunted 2 weeks in a row after their bye week.
Without any playmakers on the field because Amon-Ra got knocked out right away and yet not have a DeAndre
Justin
Swift.
Fields didn't have any playmakers, and he fucking killed the Patriots.
Mike, that's not what we're talking about.
Who cares, man? This is like 3 questions ago. Just keep it moving.
He brought it up again.
did.
What do you want from me? He brought it up. I'm just defending
Just say cool, man.
And Trevor Lawrence does some weird stuff sometimes.
He is man. That's funny. But
no, but did we answer the Terry McLaurin, Devonta Smith, Amari Cooper, pick 2 wide
No,
receivers?
you guys
No,
have
we
been
didn't.
talking about Amon-Ra.
uh,
I'm going
McLaurin,
Devontae.
Smith, Cooper.
Pick 1 or 2?
Pick 2, sorry.
Devontae and Cooper.
what were the options again? Sorry, I was
Cooper, Smith, McLaurin.
Cooper Smith, McLaurin, Cooper Smith, McLaurin, Cooper Smith, McLaurin. It's Cooper. I think I lean McLaurin. No, I take Smith. It's Devontae Smith.
And I actually went Smith and McLaurin. I like McLaurin with Heineke.
I do.
Likes
That's
to
why
send
I
it a little bit.
considered it.
Yeah, for sure.
But I
do
like Devontae Smith.
It's hard because I like Amari Cooper too this week. Like I said, with Njoku being down, but he's just so hit or miss. And I guess McLaurin is more miss than hit too. But I just like him more with Heineke, so that's where I would lean there. Our next one, sit one between. This one blew my mind, man. Sit one between Jonathan Taylor, Ken Walker, Nick Chubb, Josh Jacobs. What in the world do we do here? I told him, my exact comment back to him was, wow, Josh Jacobs, I guess.
I guess.
Jonathan Taylor, Ken Walker, Nick Chubb. You can make a case, maybe Ken Walker, because
That's probably who I'd go with.
that game's going to go by so fast, maybe.
I'm trying to see the Seahawks.
Like, this is such a
The
tough,
Giants.
this is a tough scenario, man.
Josh Jacobs plays the Saints.
That's why, I know in previous years, the Saints were good against the run. Mike, do you have the stats pulled up? Are they still good against the run?
That's what I was just looking up. From what I've heard, they're not the. From what I remember, they're not the greatest. Yeah.
Yeah, their defense is definitely taking a step back this year.
12th most yards allowed on the ground, so it's definitely bottom half of the league. But then you got the Giants, man, who don't really allow much to anybody right now. I think I do sit Ken Walker.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just because the Giants, man, they're allowing such little points to every position. Their highest allowed points is to a wide receiver, and it's 30th best in the league.
It's because they control the ball so much, man. That's how they are winning these games. It's insane.
They're running the ball really well.
Yes, and they don't ask Daniel Jones to do a damn thing besides run the ball and make quick and easy decisions.
I think it's just Ken Walker, and it's based on the matchup.
Yeah, it's crazy that he has all those options, man. But he fell into some stuff, obviously, with what's-his-nuts getting hurt, Rashad Penny getting hurt, and then Josh Jacobs. Who would have thought Josh Jacobs was going to be as good as he has produced these last few weeks?
Right.
Great matchups.
Mm-hmm. We got another Eno question, guys. We can't escape him. We got Eno at Minnesota or Mostert at the Lions.
Mostert.
I went Eno still. I know Mike's going to go
Mostert.
Mostert, and I get it. I get it against the Lions. I get it.
I mean, come on. Zeke looked good against the Lions, guys.
That's because he is good, man. Don't talk about him like that.
You're going to talk. Wow. Wow. He was good. I mean, he's not anymore. There's a reason Tony Pollard is getting screamed to be on the field more than him.
Well, so we'll see how he handles the full workload today. That'll be good to see.
That'll be a good sample size.
Mm-hmm. We got next question here from Matt. We got Dak or Kyler. Opponent has CeeDee Lamb. So does that push you guys to go Dak with him having CeeDee Lamb, with his opponent having CeeDee? Or does that push you the other way?
It kind of pushes me the other way a little bit here, because if he's passing to CD, it's canceling out whatever points he's getting.
And the other guy, though, because he's also scoring. The other guy who has CD, it's canceling out his points because he's scoring.
No, that's what I'm.
But
yeah,
6 is better.
So
but 6 is better than 4, And if it's just a 4-point touchdown league for quarterbacks, then it's a little different. You know what I mean?
Right.
I told him to go Kyler.
I mean,
here
it's still.
I think
different
Kyler's
because-
going to do better anyway. So
I think the
I think you still go. Yeah, you
Go ahead,
go
Mike.
Kyler. You
Mhm.
go Kyler, but it's still the same because, like you're saying, with the points with the passing touchdowns, the same with passing yards. Passing yards, 25 yards per point when it's only 10 for 1 point for receiving for CD. So it's easier for CD to get more of those points if he's passing it to CD, and then it just cancels out whatever Dak's getting.
Mm-hmm. Sure. Yeah, I'm going Kyler too. Just the Russian floor. He has been having to run a little bit more, and Minnesota's defense, man, is very, very soft. So I leave Kyler.
Damn it!
What, man?
I picked up Noah Brown off waivers and that fantasy 6-pack live stream we do.
Yeah,
because I had to play him this week and he just got ruled inactive. Fuck me.
Oh, wow.
Nightmare. Next question from Jacob. We got DK or George Pickens?
No.
I said DK if he's healthy, man.
No, you go Pickens, man.
You can't trust it, man.
I don't trust that.
There's too much.
They had to cart him off.
I read that they've never really seen an injury like this in the NFL, like the patellar tendon injury that he got or whatever. So who knows what's going to happen.
I mean, if Pete Carroll would elaborate a little bit more on what stuff he did this week, maybe I'd be a little bit more trustworthy about it.
He'll probably play 60% of the snaps, maybe even less.
I get that. And Pickens has been awesome lately with Kenny Pickett at quarterback.
Man, they play Philly, though. God damn.
Find
somebody else, man. Find somebody else. Go get somebody else out of those two options.
Sure. The next one from John, we got PPR flex. Brian Robinson, James Robinson.
Brian
James
as well.
Isn't going to be assimilated into the offense yet.
Yeah, agreed. It's not great though with Brian Robinson. Bad offense. He doesn't look spectacular either, but that's where I lean as well, fellas. Next one here from Andrew. We got Tyler Boyd, Wandale, or Deonta Foreman. One wide receiver and one flex, half PPR.
Tyler
Boyd and Foreman.
Sure.
Boyd and Foreman.
Who's the other one?
Wandale.
I went
yeah,
Boyd.
Foreman.
Yeah, it's half PPR too. If it was PPR, I think I might lead Waddell just because he's getting peppered with the targets and he's the number one option there in New York. But with it being half, I think I lead the running back Foreman. I just don't trust Foreman, man. Being in that offense, and I know Chuba's out, but that offense is still.
He looked fine last week.
It's not him looking bad or good. It's that offense is going to be so bad in general all the time. You know, like they throw the ball behind the line of scrimmage the whole time.
But here's the thing. I mean, they show they can at least produce against decent matchups. Like the Bucs have shown to be not a formidable defense this year, and you can produce against them, and they did. Mm-hmm. And you know what's another defense you can produce points on? The Falcons. So, I mean, it is a possibility here that this could be another fantasy relevant game, but it's not going to be pretty.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
Next one we got Chris Olave, Deonta Foreman, Kareem Hunt, Adam Thielen, Michael Gallup, Michael Carter in the flex, full PPR. Olave, Foreman, Hunt, Thielen, Gallup, Carter in the flex, full PPR.
Oh, it's Carter or Olave. Carter's safer because he's going to get more of the touches, but Olave's got the higher ceiling.
I went Carter here too. What do you think? Like
Olave.
That was a lot of names to list off right there. I haven't had my coffee yet.
You should have, man.
I've had Baja Blast instead.
It's 11 o'clock. Oh. Tear my insides.
Taco Bell breakfast. Taco Bell breakfast, man.
Next question. Need to fill an RB spot and a flex. Have Carter and Foreman for his running back. So where would you guys go there?
Carter.
Michael Carter and Foreman. I lean Foreman over Carter with Chuba Hubbard out.
And I lean Carter over Foreman. And then for the flex spot, you can put whoever. Obviously, the running backs are in play too, but you got Gabe Davis.
I know I can put whoever I want in a flex spot. You don't need to explain that to me. Come on.
What'd you say, Don?
First rodeo?
Terry McLaurin, Gabe Davis in the flex, or Carter or Foreman.
Gabe.
Wow, you're actually choosing Gabe Davis after that whole target share spiel on Friday, huh?
Yeah, guys, go back and watch that if you.
I'm not saying I hate the guy. I'm just saying he's the luckiest wide receiver in football, and you can't disagree with that.
I do. I disagreed with it on Friday, and I still disagree.
How? He has a
It's not-
27.4 yards per catch. If you think he can keep that up, I will literally give you my left leg.
I would say there's an argument to say Stephon Diggs is a luckier receiver than Gabriel Davis.
How so?
What?
Because he's got one of the best quarterbacks in the league throwing to him constantly. That's pretty lucky.
But Gabe Davis also has that same quarterback.
Yeah, but he's not getting thrown to as much. How can you consider that lucky?
Mike, you're on.
What the fuck just happened? What just happened?
Guys, we do got a live question here from Alec. And Alec is one of our guys who asks questions all the time. So let's get to it. Alec, what's up, man? Good morning. We got Tua or Kyler Murray this week?
Oh.
I'm going to go Kyler still. I think he has a good day finally. Really good day finally against Minnesota.
Yeah, he's got a good matchup against Minnesota, but so does Tua against the Lions.
Everyone likes to destroy Lions, man.
Yeah, that's true. Even Dave. Dave Eddy likes to destroy.
I'm going Tua. I gotta go Tua.
I still go Kyler.
And then we also got one more from Alec. Also full PPR, Brandon Cooks or DJ Moore. He's also the underdog.
Ah, man. I think DJ Moore.
I think that's where we are.
Brandon Cooks hasn't done anything.
First time you're going to hear DJ Moore out of me on this one. Atlanta Falcons allow the most wide receiver points. It's simple as that. I mean,
I know AJ Terrell's battling an injury. I'm not 100% sure if
he's out.
Yeah, that's what I thought. He's their best quarter too. Now it's Casey Hayward if he's healthy, so it could be.
They allow 46.4 points to wide receivers.
Yes,
which is a full 3 points more than the next, and that's the Tennessee Titans.
Hopefully Tyler Vandevall's listening, and it's a DJ Moore kind of day today, Tyler.
It is a DJ Moore. It is a DJ Moore day today. This is a blue moon. We got a solar eclipse going on at the same time. I don't know what's going on.
Just like it's a Travis Etienne day, guys. He is officially up over 150 yards rushing today.
Holy.
He's good.
How? Wow.
And there.
How many rushing attempts?
Probably 20.
I'm looking on the fantasy app, so I don't.
Because I know he gets 6 a game. I mean, 6 a carry.
Yeah, it's close to 20, like Ike said.
That's impressive. I'll give him that.
It is.
Kyler.
we were talking before the show about how Etienne's how good it is seeing him with this workload. But the one time we saw them try to run it up the middle in the red zone from like the 2-yard line, he got stuffed. That's going to be the problem with just having Etienne as your main back and not really having a big burly
Snoop Connor. They need a Snoop Connor to do it. So we gotta clarify ourselves here, guys, because I don't think we ever did for Alec.
No, you guys said Murray.
Yeah, it was 2 for 3 on Connor.
They just wanted to get him his answer. That's all.
Yep.
All right, but we do got our buddy Sean here with a live question as well.
Damn it, Etienne just got tackled at the goal line again, man. Oh, come on.
Reminds me of CEH last.
Yes, it very, very, very similar, man. Down at the one first goal.
But Sean wants to know, is he flexing Robert Woods, Van Jefferson, James Robinson, or Tyler Higbee this week?
Oh, no, Sean.
Higbee.
No.
That's what I'm going. I'm going Higbee.
ATI got stopped at the one again, too.
Oh, weird.
Second and goal, guys, from the one. It's 14-10 Broncos lead over the Jaguars. 4 minutes to go.
No, I don't know, man.
You can't trust James Robinson's out, no matter what.
You shoot for the boot and try to hope Van Jefferson catches the long touchdown here?
Honestly.
What if he just literally plays a few?
Ceiling. Yeah, it seems like Van Jefferson's the ceiling because he's the most likely to catch a long touchdown here. But it's weird to say that Higbee's probably your safest bet.
Yeah. Etienne scored?
Yeah.
How about that?
Calm yourself.
I can't help it, man. I had to eat crow for the first 3 or 4 weeks on Travis Etienne. Every single week on our show. And now to see him finally blow it up like this, I love it. The only thing better would be Gabe Davis seeing 15 targets today, Ike.
No chance that will ever happen. Stephon Diggs could get hurt, and we still won't see that.
That's a lie.
Hopefully Diggs is locked up. Hopefully Diggs is locked up by Jair tonight. Is he playing LaPlant?
Jair hasn't locked down anybody.
He has locked down some, but not very much this year. Yeah.
Darnell Mooney.
Darnell, Jacoby Myers.
Oh, damn.
I love it, guys. But we got a couple more live questions filing in. I got Dion here. He's also likes to ask us questions, and we appreciate him, Dion. So what's going on, man? I need a quarterback. Hell. Stafford, Jimmy G, Mariota, Matt Jones. PJ Walker. Thank you, Ike. Sam Ellinger, Andy Dalton, Taylor Heineke. Mahomes is on the bye.
Those are a lot of Dalton.
I'm going Stafford.
All right, I'll say it again. Raiders
We're not going to help him here because I wanted to say Marcus Mariota because of his rushing floor. This is let's talk this out a little bit, guys. We got to help him out a little bit here.
My argument is staying the same. The Raiders allow the most points to quarterbacks in the league. You play Andy Dalton.
Ike, why are you going Stafford here against the tough San Francisco defense?
I just trust him more than anybody else on that.
Yeah, that I agree with.
But to make it easier for him, I'll lean with LaPlant because Dalton has the matchup.
It's not about trust. It's about Andy Dalton threw 3 interceptions last week, 2 pick sixes, and still finished as QB4.
I don't care about the red rifle.
That's the point right there. He threw 3 interceptions and he still finished as QB4.
Dion, you're 7-0 in this league. You go Andy Dalton and shoot for the moon because there's a possibility where he could go absolutely bananas. And hell, he can even throw 3-4 picks today and still, like we saw last week, and he still finished as a top 5 quarterback. You know, so I think that's where I go.
I'm playing him in DFS this week. I like him. I like the matchup.
I think that's where you go. Sean is curious. Did we ever give him a defined answer between Van Jefferson?
It's honestly, what do you want to shoot for, Sean? Here, do you want the ceiling in Van Jefferson, or do you agree with us and you want to go safety and go with Tyler Higbee? If you want to play it safe, go Higbee. If you want to shoot for the moon, it's Jefferson.
Yeah, if you want a big play guy, Sean, in your flex to try to get some upside in there, I think you go Van Jefferson. Maybe he catches a 60-yard touchdown and it saves his day instantly.
He wants a win.
Yeah, no, I get it, man. It's
most
tough.
People do.
You got to look at it. Yeah, you got to look at your opponent and look at their team. Do you think you got to play that high value or high ceiling type of player this week, or do you think you have the ability to get away with just playing it safe and going with Tyler Higbee? Because if you don't think you can play it safe, you got to go Van then.
Mm-hmm.
Get in the van, Sean. Get in the van with Dylan. He's got candy. He's got puppies. You'll love it.
Guys, we just got another one from Calvin on the Facebook post. Eno or Singletary? It's Singletary for me.
We already did this,
Yeah, we did do that. It also plays in with Darrell Williams, but it's Singletary. Darrell Williams is out. It's Eno.
All right. We got another question from Alec. Jets defense or Seahawks or Packers? Not the Packers, man.
Oof.
You go
Jets, probably.
Jets here, I lean as well.
Yeah, you go Jets, unfortunately. Hopefully Mac Jones throws some more picks.
Yes.
Because the Giants don't turn the ball over very much, man. That's what you're looking for in a defense. Sacks and turnovers. And more likely to have Zappy or Mac Jones turn the ball over than you probably will. Oh, man, I can't believe it. Daniel Jones or Barkley.
Denver is already in field goal range, guys. Looking to tie, at least tie. Russell just hit KJ Hamler on a bomb down the sideline for once.
Mm-hmm.
I bet he's not mad now.
And then another question for Alec. Do you guys trust Taysom Hill as an every week tight end play, even with the weapons being out, like Michael Thomas?
So
Jarvis
Ike
Landry?
just shook his head no.
Yeah,
which I can understand. You can make that argument, but you're gonna sit here. You're gonna sit here and tell me that you trust Kyle Pitts week in and week out.
I thought you were gonna.
I know that's what you're gonna say.
I thought you were gonna call him out for playing Taysom Hill against you last week in the home league. I thought that's
no. I wasn't gonna call that out.
Almost blew it.
That is what it is. That is what it is. He played Taysom Hill. I gotta play Taysom Hill in a couple leagues myself. But here's the thing. If you can't trust Taysom Hill as a tight end play every week, you're going to tell me that you can trust Kyle Pitts as a tight end play every week? That's what I want to know.
I don't have Kyle Pitts anywhere, so
So no, you don't trust Kyle Pitts as a tight end play every week. That's what you're.
If you have a choice between Taysom Hill and
Kyle Pitts, who you playing?
Probably Kyle Pitts.
Hill. It's Taysom Hill.
No, I play Kyle.
But what if Taysom Hill literally just because he doesn't run that many routes?
You mean like get you 3 points like Kyle Pitts has for the past how many weeks? Except when he scores his 1 touchdown.
I don't know.
That's
he's probably got like 5.
Taysom Hill and Kyle Pitts has the same floor. I've been talking about this with Joe a lot, and he's actually convinced me and swayed me a little bit more because I do like Kyle Pitts as a talent, but I can't sit on this bias anymore because the recency is that Taysom Hill and Kyle Pitts have the same floor. But right now, one has a higher ceiling. That's Taysom Hill.
Yeah, I'm not doing it. I'm the resident Kyle Pitts owner.
I know you. I know that's why you can't do it. But you're sitting here and telling me you can trust Kyle Pitts week in and week out when he got you 3 points last week.
I mean, I've had a chance to pick up Taysom Hill in our home league all season long, and I've left him out there because I'm playing Kyle Pitts.
I understand that.
That's where we lean. What do we got here? I think that's it for the questions. Mike, you got any?
I got some here. All right, guys. So Devontae Smith or Michael Pittman Jr. this week?
Devontae.
I think it's Devonta Smith too. If you have an opportunity like you do here to sit Michael Pittman a week and to see what he looks like with Sam Ehlinger, I think that's where I would lean.
Indeed.
Devonta Smith.
Yeah, it's Devontae Smith for me, but honestly, I don't think you can go wrong either way. Steelers allow 43.4 points a game, and the Commanders allow 37.1, both top 10. So both are great matchups. You really can't go wrong either way, but I think Smith's the better option.
Agreed. We got a couple live questions here now, Mike. Who has a better game, Malik Willis or Sam Ehlinger?
I'll go on Sam.
I think I'm gonna go Sam as well. He's got the better.
Are we talking
weapon.
NFL or are we talking fantasy? I hope we're talking fantasy here because NFL,
we're talking as a whole too because they're both gonna run.
I think Sam has a better NFL day, but I think Malik Willis has a better fantasy day.
Bingo.
Willis is just gonna have the floor of rushing and say it again. I need to record it.
No, he's not going to.
Just game Ehlinger then.
Yeah, but I think the better NFL game goes to Ehlinger, but I really do think the fantasy floor is a little bit more swung in Willis's direction.
Percentage Breakers wins tonight, huh?
I'll give it 20%. Any given Sunday, we watch the team that's most clearly taking in the NFL, and the New England Patriots beat Tom Brady and the Buccaneers last week. Or did I say Patriots? I meant Panthers.
Yeah, you said the Patriots.
Yeah, sorry. The Panthers. So there's definitely a chance the Packers could win. And they're going to fall.
It's in Buffalo. It's in Buffalo.
I know. I don't think the Packers are going to win.
I get a 40% chance.
40%? Ike, that's high.
Yeah.
Man, I'm a Packer fan, and I think they got a 30% chance. I think it's a 1 in 3 shot here. Like 30%. If they can't protect Rodgers, no chance. Sorry, it's just going to be another game like watching the Packers versus Niners.
I love that.
It is, though. I mean, if they can't protect Rodgers, he's going to be on his ass the whole game. Nice. They got Gronk doing Subway commercials instead of Russ.
Why are we doing Latavius Murray here?
Alec is a Packer fan.
Love you, Alec.
So he's with you.
I'm sorry they're so disappointing.
Dude, I don't want to hear it. You guys have been spoiled for my entire life with how good the Packers are.
You call it spoiled because we're good at drafting quarterbacks, huh?
That you've got, yeah, exactly.
Sorry, exactly, we're good at drafting quarterbacks, and you guys can't do that.
You're just not good at drafting wide receivers.
We're just not drafting any other position. I mean, we're not drafting good in that in that 2019 draft, was it, or 20, with Jordan Love, AJ Dillon, and then Joseph DeGoya as the first.
Yeah, you guys
round.
decided to draft a
Useless.
1980s running back in 2020.
The Joseph DeGoya pick was a little interesting considering Mercedes Lewis. I feel like is more important to this offense.
Yeah, I saw Pat Fitzmaurice from Fantasy Pros tweeting about it, and
why would we do Latavius Murray there?
I read the tweet and I was like, oh my god, that draft pissed me off so much because those first 3 rounds are useless. They don't play. I mean, AJ Dillon plays, and he's probably the most valuable one out of that. But why are you spending a 2nd-round pick on a guy on a position that you just spent $50 million to keep?
Agreed.
It was not a smart play.
Ike's just spilled the beans. Latavius Murray, 2-yard touchdown. Broncos are trying to take a 4-point lead, and Trevor Lawrence has a minute 43 with 2 or 3 timeouts to try to win the game.
I did see a rumor here today from NFL Rumors on Twitter that Nathaniel Hackett might get fired today if they lost to the Jags.
Sweet. But they're not going to lose.
Who has Giselle's number?
Antonio Brown.
You would have, yeah, he does. You would have appreciated LaPlant's joke on Friday's show if you were listening. We do got another one from Josh. What's up, man? Tanyan or Irv Smith? I'm gonna go Tanyan here. I'm gonna go Tanyan here. He doesn't do anything, Ike.
He has his best matchup he will all year.
Bingo, right there. I just looked it up. Cardinals allow the 2nd most points to tight ends at 20.5.
Yeah.
So I do like Irv Smith's matchup a lot more than Tanyan's. Buffalo Bills allow under. Okay, so Bills allow 10. Cardinals allow 20. All right. I'm going to lean Irv Smith.
Who is the more important player on their offense right now?
That's Tanyan.
That's why I'm leaning Tanyan. No Allen Lazard. Who is the most trusted pass catcher out of these two with their quarterbacks? Tanyan and Aaron Rodgers. That's why I lean Tanyan.
I mean, but you're comparing apples to oranges here because one has Justin Jefferson, one has Christian Watson.
Right, Mike, but that's what we're going with all here. There's a realm of possibility where Robert Tanyan leads this team in targets tonight. 100% in the realm.
And you know what?
There's zero chance Irv Smith is going to lead the team in
6 receptions for 35 yards.
It's 11.
I wouldn't say 0. There's probably like a 0.1% chance.
That Irv Smith.
That's also in the realm of possibility. Is he's going to get 8 receptions for 40 yards, maybe.
Hey, that's 12 though.
Yeah, I'm going to chase the volume with Tanyan here.
Still going Irv.
I'm not going to chase the touchdown with Irv Smith. We got a couple more questions. Good timing, guys. We got Taysom Hill or Dalton Schultz. Mike, are you putting your money where your mouth is and go at Taysom Hill over Schultz here? I'm going to go Dalton Schultz with Dak.
He did catch all 5 of his targets last week against the Lions.
I'm going Dalton.
Man, no, I go Taysom Hill over Schultz.
I
do. I mean, let's be honest though. You're throwing shit at a wall and hoping it sticks here with tight ends, but you want the higher upside at a tight end position. You go Taysom Hill, man.
Trevor Lawrence just got picked, guys.
Solid.
Gonna be game over.
Was it by Surtain? Tell it was by Surtain.
21.
I don't think that's Surtain.
Is not. It's Kawhi Williams.
I give you props for knowing that.
Saw it on the app.
And the next one, guys, from Jacob. Play DK or Pickens? We had this question. I wonder if this is the same fella who asked in the comments.
If you can, man, try and get a different player.
I'm still going
because
Pickens.
these suck either way because you got Pickens against the Eagles, man. They don't allow points to the wide receiver.
Yeah. I said DK when you asked earlier this morning, and I think that's where I still lean. But I love George Pickens.
I mean, if it's only between these two, you got to go DK. But, I mean, I'm not going to be surprised if DK gets out at halftime because he re-aggravates that patella injury. That's the problem here.
Josh agrees with me that Tanyan is wide receiver 1 in Green Bay.
And what's that worth right now on this shitty offense? Not very much.
Nope.
I'm glad you started Etienne and Ingram as well, my friend. I started both of them in a couple
different
leagues.
That's a good play.
Good
play.
Yep.
Hopefully Etienne helps you win this week.
Got another one. Start 2, full PPR. We got Aaron Jones, Damian Pierce, Ked Walker, Raheem Boster, Devin Singletary. Good options, my man. We're gonna go Damian.
Oh,
we're gonna go
shit.
Damian Pierce for sure.
Oh yeah,
And And I think we're gonna still go Aaron Jones because we were just
That's
talking
your wide
about
receiver one in Green Bay right there.
he's
is
gonna
Aaron
get
Jones,
peppered
not
in some
Tunyon.
He's gonna get peppered.
He
in
saw
targets.
more targets than Tunyon did last week.
I'm going Aaron Jones.
That's your wide receiver one, Josh. Dylan. That's your wide receiver one is Aaron Jones, not Tunyon.
Is that where you're going to, Damian Pierce and Aaron Jones?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes,
It
sir.
just surprises me, man, that you guys don't want to chase the volume opportunity at tight end when that's what carries tight end ones is the volume. We talked about it all off season long. That's why we thought Cole Kmet was going to be good, and Cole Kmet's a butthole because he doesn't see the volume.
I will give you that you do want the volume. You want a tight end that's either the first or second target on the offense, right? But you also want, when you're picking from the bottom of the barrel at tight ends, you also want that tight end that's on a good offense that has the ability to also score a touchdown. I don't know if the Packers score a touchdown tonight, guys.
Fair enough.
I hear you.
I don't.
Guys, what another disappointing day by Cortland Sutton. 1 catch, 13 yards. We talked about that on the Friday show, too. You're not starting him anymore. It's done. Jerry Jeudy's the better play here now. It's 100%.
Why? Because of 2 weeks?
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Sutton has done nothing with Jerry Jeudy on the field. Nothing, Mike.
Yeah, he has.
Sorry, no, he hit.
Let me go back. Let me go.
Hold on. No. We need to answer some questions here.
Yeah,
go answer them while I find this for you. Go answer. Yep.
We got Irv Smith or Brian Robinson in the flex. Or sorry, DK Irv Smith or Brian Robinson in the flex.
Still going Irv Smith.
Over Brian Robinson?
Yes.
I'm going to go Brian Robinson there.
I go Brian Robinson. But you do get a good matchup against Irv Smith, and you could probably feel comfortable either way, but I still feel more comfortable starting an RB personally.
Sure. McLaurin or DK? That I lean McLaurin. I think that's your buddy, Mike.
Yeah, John, you want to go McLaurin over that. DK, he's going to be a decoy. DK is a decoy today.
You like that, huh? With Waller out, Irv Smith or Robert Tonyan? Did I talk you guys into it or no?
Irv Smith.
I was gonna say I can see Mike leaning.
Because you do get this, like I said, you get the number 2 guy.
Didn't talk me into it one bit.
I still like Irv Smith here.
Juan, I'm going Rob Tonyan.
Ceiling play Smith. If you want to play it safe with the Packers, go ahead. Take that from a Packer fan.
And if Tonyan goes off tonight, make sure you tweet at dclemons2222. If he struggles, make sure you tweet at @be_Mike.
Don't worry, you don't need to tweet me because I'll be watching it and I'll be seeing it.
We only got a few minutes left. Mike, do you have any more questions, or do you just want me to rapid fire?
I just want to sit here and go. When the Denver Broncos played the Niners, guess who both went off? Jerry Jeudy and Cortland Sutton. So it's possible for both. It's possible.
That's sweet, man.
Both. No, because then you also have the game against the Raiders, and Jerry Jeudy and Cortland Sutton. Cortland Sutton scored more than Jeudy, so that's twice now.
Was that the game Jeudy got hurt?
I don't know. It doesn't tell me if did he get hurt during the Raiders game?
I'm pretty positive. Did he miss? I think he missed the game, didn't he?
I'm looking at like the week finishes.
Yeah.
I'm not but I'm just looking at those comparative weeks of when they were in and whatnot. The week that he was gone was the Seattle game. No, that wasn't the week. That was the week he was there, and he did score less than him because he had the touchdown that week. But Cortland Sutton still was viable with 4 for 72. Like, Cortland Sutton's going through a rough patch right now, and it seems, that's obvious here, guys. Denver can only support 1 wide receiver at the moment. That's the problem. Mm-hmm. We thought they would be able to support 2, and right now they're only able to support 1. So guys, it's Jeudy or Sutton.
I got a couple people slid into my DMs here. Brian Robinson or David Montgomery?
David.
I think it's Montgomery too. You could beat Dallas on the ground with the running backs.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on, and I got one.
Good job, Dion.
More.
Good job, Dion. Hopefully, Andy Dalton. I mean, if he gets you 3 interceptions, he gets you 4 touchdowns too.
Another one. You told me to start Brian Robinson over James Robinson in the flex. Otherwise, I could pick up Josh Reynolds, Paris Campbell. Where would you guys?
Josh Reynolds is intriguing right here because you got DJ Chark on the IR. Man, that is intriguing. I still lean Brian Robinson though.
Yeah, I go Brian Robinson as well.
Reynolds is intriguing though.
But I think that wraps it up, Mike. I think that does it for our questions. So why don't you take us out, pal?
All right. If you guys want to sneak any other questions, this will be the time to do it. But thank you all for coming out again for another Sunday Social Podcast, guys. We really appreciate it. We love all the questions. I love arguing with these two numbskulls up on the camera right now. But make sure you check out all of our work at fantasy6pack.net. And then if you want to check out, our plans for our Discord, basically our memberships, man, you get to hang out with us on a daily basis. Go check out fantasy6pack.net/plans. Really cheap options there. And you also get a bunch of exclusive content, exclusive access to us, and our award-winning rankers. I mean, from what I heard, Joe said we got 3 in the top 15 right now, I think it was.
Good
so,
stuff.
I mean, that's some good quality right there. Quality for a good price. But also, don't forget to check out our recap of all the Sunday's games tonight or tomorrow morning. Dylan and I will be doing the Last Call podcast. And then don't forget to check out Ike's injury article that comes out Monday morning. It gives us a great review of all the injuries that happened throughout the weekend.
I was
and
wrong
how to
about
get a jump
DK.
start. We're not always right. It's about consistency, though. But we loved everyone coming out, giving us all these questions. Come on next week. Bring us some more. We'll be prepared. But for Dylan and Ike, I'm Mike. Everyone, good luck in week 8.